At some point, you start recognizing it, the same patterns, repeating across different parts of your life. Not exactly the same, but close enough that it's hard to ignore, like something's beneath it, taking the same shape. Things may feel very familiar, but no one knows what is going to happen next. The world doesn't move in a straight line. Things don't unfold the way you expect them to. Outcomes shift, paths change. Even when you try to understand it, something doesn't fully lock into place. Not chaos, not order, something in between. Look at a tree. Not the leaves, not the color, the shape. A trunk rises, then it divides, again and again, until what was once one becomes many. You can see it everywhere. Vines creeping across a wall, a river breaking into smaller channels, lightning splitting across the sky. Different materials, different environments, the same pattern, again and again. This is not coincidence. A tree is a pattern, a way that form unfolds. It is one path becoming many. Organic, inorganic, networks and polyps, above and below, micro and macro, different systems, same structure. The tree is just where it first became visible to us. The structure has a simple mechanism: branching. First, there are possibilities. Then, a single path splits. Each split creates difference. Each difference opens new directions, new pathways, and then it repeats. Dividing, adding, it is both. This is how complexity forms. If we step back, left alone, things spread. Heat dissipates. Water disperses. Structures break down. Everything flattens into entropy. And yet, life does something else. It gathers, it holds, it grows. For at least a time, structure coalesces and builds before collapse. To do that, energy has to move from one point to many, from center to edge. Again and again, the same answer appears: grow, branch, spread. The tree is a pattern, and it is a solution. Not random, not just symbolic. Expansion alone dissolves. Constraint alone stagnates. The pattern of the tree exists where both are held together. When something has to reach many points from one source, this is what works. And when something works, it persists. You see it in systems that adapt. A network is damaged. it reroutes. The environment changes. It adjusts. It explores. It does so in a manner that is neither purely efficient nor chaotic. Throughout your entire body, the structure appears. Circulatory and lymphatic vessels branch out, delivering oxygen or removing waste. Air enters and goes throughout your lungs in the same way. Look at your arms, your hands, your fingers. The same answer appears. This pattern isn't just about growth. It defines how reality unfolds. Each branch extends in a direction and leaves others behind. A branch is not just growth, it is a commitment. Once it forms, the structure changes. Future paths depend on what is already there. This isn't abstract. This is how your life unfolds. Not as a single path, but as a structure of branching decisions, each one closing some futures and committing to others. Possibilities are not infinite. They are shaped by what already exists. The tree is the geometry of possibility and the geometry of consequence. And the structure carries history within it. A tree is not just an allegory for the shape of being. It is also layered over time. Every branch marks a change in direction. Every extension reflects conditions and response. What you see is not just structure. It is rooted in the past, alive in the present, and branching into the future. Nothing disappears cleanly. A break changes the direction of a structure. Energy that went into it is gone. That carries forward. The tree is time made visible. There is no return to the starting point. Once a branch forms, it cannot be what it was before. It may grow or it may break, but even what is lost leaves a mark. It can look like repetition, like things are circling back, are spiraling. But the structure has changed, and once it changes, there is no return to what was. Nothing is undone. The past shapes what comes next. Growth does not loop. It rhymes, but it advances. This structure doesn't depend on whether you see it. It was there before you, before recognition, before language. And it will be here long after everything you know and can know is gone. A tree does not need you to understand it in order to grow. More rings will develop. Roots will seek water. Limbs will find the sun. And when it dies, another tree will grow. In the book of Genesis, a tree stands near the beginning, not just as decoration. The tree of life reflects something already present. The pattern is not invented, it is recognized. The world does not unfold in a straight line, it branches from a single point into many directions, each shaped by what came before, each carrying forward what cannot be undone. The world does not simply exist, it grows. And this isn't separate from how we think. Thought follows the same pattern, branching, dividing, moving between possibilities. We try to describe the world in straight lines, beginning to end, step by step. But that's not how it is. It branches. We stopped noticing it because it became everything. And now we enact it without knowing it. Look at a tree. A trunk rises, then it divides, and divides again, until the source, what was once one, becomes many. Not decoration, not accident, a solution to a problem that never went away. We say we came down from the trees, but we never left. Because the tree was never just a place. It's the pattern we've been inside of the entire time.